So hello my dear friends, welcome back, welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our journey, our discussion of planets through Navamsa Chart in Vedic Astrology. And in this particular video, let's try to understand Rahu placement in the 7th house of your D-9 chart. And what are going to be the results, whether positive, negative and karmic results that are particularly associated with this placement. Let's try to understand in this video. Also, I request you to please watch the video of the 7th house of Navamsa chart itself, which is available on my YouTube channel. Go to this simply the playlist section. You can find out the 7th house of Navamsa chart, because it's very important for you to first of all understand the significance of the 7th house and how the 7th house of the D9 chart is actually differentiated from the 7th house of the D1 chart. So you will be able to gain more clarity with regards to that matter. But still, I'm going to tell you one basic overview with regards to the 7th house of D9 chart, and then we will try to combine or merge the energy of Rahu in it. See, first of all, the first main core character of the 7th house of the D9 chart or planet sitting up there, this is going to represent the exact physical characteristics of your spouse and life partner. Many a times people want to know regarding whether our partner is going to be good looking, like what kind of a body structure, eyes, hair color, nose, appearance that is going to be. So all the physical traits that are actually going to be seen through the planet sitting up there. Even if you want to understand the height, whether short, tall, bald, so whatever that characteristics are going to be, it's purely governed by the planet that is sitting up there. Apart from the 7th house, or the planet sitting in the 7th house also represents the emotional behavior and the emotional character of your partner. Like if you want to understand how well your partner is in emotional dealings when it comes to the like relationships, marriage regard, so pay attention towards that planet. Apart from this thing, 7th house lord in which this Rahu is going to be posited, okay, that 7th house lord you need to must check its placement into the D1 chart, because this is going to give you the direction of a marriage. Now for example, suppose Rahu is posited in the sign of Pisces in your 7th house in the D9 chart. Now Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Now you need to trace Jupiter in the D1 chart, where the Jupiter is going. If Jupiter is posited in the money and wealth houses, 2nd house, 11th house, it means the direction of the marriage is going to taking you towards financial security, financial independence. If it is in the 10th house, it means towards career. It's in the 9th or 12th house towards spirituality, long distance travel, journeys, also towards the 4th house, so increasing more comforts, conveniences. In the 5th house towards children, in the 6th house towards dealing with litigations, health, disease complications also. So in that way, the 7th house lord of the D9 chart in the D1 chart is also going to give us the exact direction of the marriage. Apart from this thing, many a times husband and wife, they are going to start their combined businesses. Like after marriage, both husband and wife, they tend to start or taking any initiatives with regards to business. So that part is also going to be seen through that area. Apart from this thing, if you found the cluster of planets sitting in the 7th or the 1st axis of the D9 chart, by mean to say cluster of planets, suppose Rahu is up there and there are going to be 2-3 planetary alignments that are also in conjunction with Rahu, and in the Lagna also there are complexity or 2-3 planets are posited up there. Now more the number of planets that are going to be coming in the 1st and 7th axis, the more this is going to create difficulties at the time of finding the spouse and the life partner, because it's not like that more the planets is going to create more possibility. Here I will tell you, there are going to be very less choices that are going to be available with the maximum number of planets which are present up there. Apart from this thing, if you want to understand or study intimacy, now many times when we do the matchmaking, compatibility analysis between two people, we pay attention mostly towards their emotional compatibility, love compatibility, even the childbirth analysis, after marriage analysis, and the spiritual compatibility. And the last one is the intimacy, that is your sexual companionship. Now the planet in the 7th house is also going to represent how exactly the behavior of the other partner is going to be in the relationship or in the like marriage part, specifically from the intimacy standpoint of view. So this house is actually going to play a very important role in order to understand the marriage into the more better way. Now, first of all, if Rahu itself coming up there, Rahu is not going to be the representation of any sort of a physical structure shape itself. Okay, now it totally going to be depending over the in which zodiac sign the Rahu is posited, because Rahu have the capacity to convert itself according to the either planetary urja or either the zodiac sign energy. So if, for example, if Rahu is with some other planet like with Saturn, Jupiter, this have the capacity to create the mold into the character of a partner. Like I will tell you, if you just simply try to understand the core character of a Saturn, it represents lean personality, little bit dark in complexion. Jupiter on the more fair side of complexion, little bit bulkiness is going to be there. With Mars, there is going to be a very curvy body structure. This is actually written in one book as well. Okay, it's written, I believe it's in on the south side. I have read about that book, in which you will find the planets and their core character, like how the appearance this planet is going to bless you with. It's also mentioned like specifically from the girl side also, your wife is going to be having this much or that much, so you can easily find and determine using that part. So characteristics are going to be seen with Rahu, even if it is with the sign of Cancer. Actually, moon is the representation of a beauty, so that is going to give a very, very beautiful appearance. But I will tell you, in the emotional and in the sentimental side of the life, Rahu is going to be becoming very, very tricky up there. Because understand one thing, Rahu in the 7th house tend to operate in a highly secretive manner. Now, reason why Rahu is operating in a secretive manner, now what is this secretive manner? First of all, it means your partner will not be able to express his or her emotions in front of you very easily. Now, it might going to be a chances of having some sort of emotional turmoil in their life that they have received specifically during the childhood days, or even sometime the failures in the initial relationships, that also have the capacity to create certain traumatic experiences. Now, Rahu is a malefic energy, and if it is in the 7th house, it represents certain traumatic experiences are going to be present up there. Even the planet that is in conjunction with Rahu, that is going to be the indication from where that traumatic experiences are coming. If, for example, you are having Rahu with Venus, now Venus is naturally the planet which represents a relationship with the opposite sex. If it is with Sun, it's with father, it's with Moon, it's with your mother, with Mercury and Mars specifically with the siblings also, with Saturn, certain top bosses as well. So your professional circle is going to be, or wherever you are going to work, that is going to be full of toxicity that have actually created you as that kind of a personality. So Rahu in the 7th house tend to operate more in the secretive manner. It's becoming very, very difficult for you to actually evaluate this Rahu placement into the much better way. Apart from this thing, as I told you, the direction of the marriage is also symbolized by in whichever this Rahu is posited. So that planet in the D-9 chart is going to give us the direction. Now here you need to understand one more important thing. Wherever the Rahu and Ketu axis is actually sitting in the Navamsha Kundli, there is going to be the representation of the karmic influences which are coming from that particular area or that particular direction of the life. Now here you need to take into consideration many different fundamental principles of Vedic astrology, and that is where the combination of both D1 and the D9 chart will eventually help us to evaluate the things into the more better manner. But I will tell you one thing, in terms of evaluating the results of Rahu, which is connected with your specifically the 7th house, directly pay attention towards the planets that are in conjunction with Rahu, because these planets have the capacity to actually directly impact or alterate the results which are actually given by Rahu. If this Rahu is all alone, for example, posited up there in the 7th house, then this is going to be a cyclic motion, or it's a pure cyclic karma. It means when it comes to love life, when it comes to relationship aspect, you are going to revolve around this similar kind of a circumstances again and again and again into your life. It becomes very, very difficult for you to actually reach to certain conclusions like, okay, I have decided this person and I'm going to get married to this person. It's simply like that you are changing your mind by just be with someone. After 1 month you are changing your decisions. On the other hand, if Rahu is suppose in conjunction with the Saturnian energy, then this is the representation of extremely dread karma. Dread means the fixed karma. Then in these cases it becomes very, very difficult for you to actually jump on. very difficult for you to move on from one relation to new relation to all the time. So they represent the dread karma. But if it is with Mercury and Venus or in some fast moving Graha energy, here the decisions are going to be changing on the rapid basis. And that is the reason when these individuals, they tend to get married. If you're a guy or maybe a woman watching this video, as soon as you get married with this Rahu placement in the 7th house, this actually sometime going to hand over you the weirdest personality into your life. Weirdest personality. Now I'm not saying it's in the positive direction or it's in the negative direction. It totally depends over million other things. Vedic astrology is not just based over one planet where you can give the full prediction. It's based over many other things. For example, Rahu is in conjunction with Mercury, and Mercury is your in the natal chart. Actually, in the D-9 chart, Mercury is gaining control over the business houses. Okay, then what is going to be happening? At the event of marriage will immediately going to trigger the event of business into your life as well. Even the more age differences, like if people, a woman with the age of 25 marrying a male with the age of 55, so that huge age differences are actually going to be seen with this Rahu, because Rahu is a foreign element. So this is going to leave certain impressions with regards to foreign placement up there. Even marrying outside of your caste, creed and cultural background is also going to be seen with this Rahu. And it's much better if you are having Rahu placement is up there, you need to give preference towards marrying a person outside of your caste, creed and cultural background, because only in this way you actually have the capacity to stabilize the Rahu energy into the positive way. Otherwise Rahu energy is going to be running into 10 to 15 different directions. You understand? Because if one planet's significance represent cultural differences or something foreign, you need to fulfill that cultural differences and then foreign element up there. Even this Rahu, if is with certain negative energy, or maybe some more debilitated planets are in conjunction with Rahu, or even for example in your Navamsha Kundli, Rahu is up there and there are two benefics debilitated, like Moon is debilitated, Mercury is debilitated, then this actually going to create the combinations of no marriage also, complete no marriage. I have seen the individuals who are actually sadhaks or saints in Vedic astrology. So this is also a saint combination. Not only with Rahu, other benefics, Moon also, Mercury also, Jupiter also. In the 7th house, they don't know how to deal or adjust with the Urja of the 7th house. Many a times I will tell you the marriage and relationship bond is going to be based over the compromises. So how good you are at compromising with other person. I will tell you, the more stronger this planet is going to be coming, or the more number of planets are actually going to be coming up there, very, very difficult in the compromisation standpoint of view. It's better for you to have no planet in the 7th house of the D1 and even in D9 chart rather than any planet present up there, because then this have the capacity to create that impressions of the karmic influences up there. And I will tell you, many people getting married after the age of 42 because of this Rahu, because Rahu maturity age is at the age of 42. So if in the initial stages of the life the relationships are not working, you will not be able to enjoy the cordial relationship, it's because of the maturity age. Once this Rahu is getting fully matured in the chart at the age of 42, then this have the capacity to cut down all the karmic influences which are created by this placement of Rahu into your horoscope. So I hope you have gained some deep insights with regards to Rahu placement in this video with me. If you are having any queries, any consultations with regards to your astrological chart, you can please contact me at my email ID. If you require any other marriage, business, spiritual consultation, do let me know. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Also, you can make sure to subscribe my channel below and hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. And please share my YouTube channel with your friends and family members who are in love with Vedic astrology. And you can also follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to meet you very, very soon in the next video. Till then, bye-bye and Hare Krishna.